Yo, what's going on, guys? My name is Chandler, or the Geek Slays, and welcome back to the Scuffed Ass Podcast, episode 127. We're back with the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Jake Talk Sports. How you doing today, my guy?
I am doing pretty good. How are you doing, man?
I'm doing. That's as
Fair
far
enough.
as I'm going to give it for today. So as we established last night in our Twitter DMs, I don't have a
Sure.
plan exactly for what to talk about.
Sure.
Fits with the title of the show, though, so it's going to be okay. It's going to be
yeah.
okay.
It'll be fine. Yep.
But, so, how has, let's start with some content stuff. I saw you hit, what did you hit, 4,000 on TikTok yesterday?
Yes, sir. Yeah. I mean, like I said on Twitter and on TikTok, I kind of came into this year with the goal of 4,000 followers by the end of the year, and didn't expect it to grow as fast as it did, but obviously, I'm grateful for it, and I mean, it's a big step. We're getting close to hitting the halfway mark to 10K, so yeah.
That's awesome. I'm glad your growth has re-picked up. I got to figure out how to make mine do that without getting back into the draft hats. I don't want to.
I ain't gonna lie, man. That's what I did. So.
I know. I'd probably be at 10K
I found a way
by now if I
to.
didn't
I found
stop.
a way to make like a decent series out of it that I'm like not like mindlessly doing. I'm kind of having to think about it a little bit with the series I'm doing at the moment. So I like it, and my other stuff is getting more views than it usually would. So that's the thing, is like this, like the draft hat stuff, as generic as it might be, kind of boosts the views on everything else like that isn't the draft hat views, just because
That's
people
valid.
are coming more interactions and stuff. Because like a video that I made just like talking about like Baker got like almost 1,000 views and like stuff like that, and that probably wouldn't have happened if I wasn't in the middle of doing some draft hat stuff. So yeah,
For sure.
I mean,
For sure. I think, yeah, right now I'm getting less than 500 views a video, basically, which is tough. It just annoys me. It's TikTok's algorithm that annoys me. I have 6,000 followers. Why are they not seeing my videos? Like, what the fuck?
I mean, that's the thing, man. I've heard you say that exact same sentence every single time we talk about this kind of stuff. It's like it never changes.
Right.
Like it doesn't get better, which is the thing. It's just like you have. That's why like people call like TikTok fame fake fame. It truly, pretty much is, unless you're like massive.
Or unless you
Like-
get established on another platform as well.
Right, like that's the thing, is like if your main platform is TikTok and you have 100,000 followers, that is fake fame.
Yeah.
Unfortunately,
100%.
there are people like, I don't know, like Charlie, who have like 100 million followers, who I'm
yeah,
sure
that's
like
different.
have an actually established audience that gets so many
No.
like millions of views. But like for people like us, like
Yeah.
4,000 followers, 6,000 followers, whatever you have, it doesn't mean much.
It really doesn't.
No.
It's nice to put on, it's nice to put on your resume when you're talking with companies, like, hey, I want to do this
sure.
thing, and you get to add that, but it's not perfect. It's not going to solve anything for you. And I think
Right.
actually 99% of the time, internet fame is just that. It's internet fame.
Yeah.
You'll be known in internet circles, but like outside of a very select few people, like how do you think you could go up to your mom and say, hey, do you know who Shroud is? No.
No, absolutely not.
But
yeah.
could you go up to her and be like, do you know who Ninja is? She'd go, yeah, I've heard of him.
Sure.
Very few people
Mhm.
reach that true celebrity
Mhm.
by being on the internet.
Yeah, and like, oh shoot, and the thing with TikTok is that one viral TikTok video can get you to a mark that would play off as you were famous,
Right.
but you see like say you're on your For You page, right, and you see a video that has like 1.2 million likes from a creator, and you go and they have 350,000, 400,000 followers. If you scroll through their any other videos, I guarantee you, none of them have even broken 50,000 views. Almost
Right.
100% guaranteed. They'll be making content after they hit that mark, thinking that this is gonna go somewhere. No. And that's what is kind of annoying about TikTok. This is why I'm trying to like expand and grow on other platforms, because more platforms, it's realer. Like
I'm
it's
See, I think you saw it, at least the tweet about it. I've decided to like cut back how much I'm working on YouTube.
I just watched the video
Oh, did
yesterday.
you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. So, just because, as I said in that video, putting in 80 hours of work a week into something
That's insane.
and not
yeah.
getting anything out of it,
It's
it's like
insane.
I'm gonna cut back so I can put more.
Sure.
I think if I put more into TikTok than what I have been recently, yeah, I get TikTok fame, as we were just talking about, isn't big, but TikTok is a great way to springboard your other platforms.
Oh, exactly. Yeah.
And
100%
so,
agreed.
It's
Yeah.
like if I can go more full tilt into TikTok for now, get YouTube to the point I want it to be at, then I
Yeah.
can flop back to where I was. Use TikTok less, YouTube more. But
Yeah.
at this very moment, that seems like
I
the
would
wrong
say
path.
that like YouTube, and you could disagree with this. I would say that YouTube is the social media platform where it is the easiest to put in, to like invest so much time into it, but it's the hardest to like equivocate success out of that.
Yeah,
I think
100%.
it requires you to work hard to be famous, but working hard does not
Guarantee
equal
it.
being
Yeah,
good, because you cannot be like a popular YouTuber without producing high quality stuff at this point.
100%.
With TikTok, you can be TikTok famous by dancing in front of a camera for 15 seconds every single video you make.
Yep.
With Twitch, you can play the same video game for 4 hours straight. If you have like basic overlays and stuff, and you don't have to like edit the video because it's all just live. That requires a good amount of work, but not as much work as YouTube does. Right? So like YouTube requires so much work and so much like quality out of you, and it's also the hardest to find success on.
Yep.
So that's why it's kind of, what in my opinion, the hardest platform to break through on. But once you do, it's not like TikTok. Maybe it is. I have never experienced any kind of even like fake YouTube fame, so I don't know. I don't know if it's like TikTok in the sense where if you have a bunch of YouTube subscribers, it doesn't necessarily mean that you're getting a lot of views, because I don't know how they push their videos out to their subscribers. But yeah.
YouTube does just a shit of a job at pushing videos to
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah, I'm sure.
Because YouTube has kind of decided that being subscribed doesn't actually mean anything. It's whether people actually have sat down and watched your content. So they almost stop feeding you your subscriptions. Like if you haven't clicked on a video in 90 days, they'll be like, oh, you don't care about this creator anymore.
Sure.
And even if you have notifications on, they'll stop sending them to you. It's like, that's really dumb. Like, not everybody is going to want to watch every video I make, especially on my YouTube channel, where I make, in a week, it would be a cooking video, Sporkle quiz, and like an NBA 2K rebuild. It's like, everybody that watched that cooking video is not watching that rebuild video.
No.
Like,
No. Yeah, that I mean, that's part of the thing, is like when it comes to like the notification thing, Twitch is really bad at it too.
Yep.
Twitch is awful at it. Like there'll be some times where like I'll get a notification that you're live, or like somebody else is live, one of my favorite creators, and I'll come in and they're like halfway into the stream already.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, how are you expecting people to like start their stream and actually have like an engaged audience right from the top if you're not sending out the notifications like right away?
You have to hope people are on Twitter and in your Discord and get those notifications.
Right, and like Twitter, I don't know how you grow on Twitter. How do you grow on Twitter? I don't know how you grow on Twitter.
That one I haven't figured out.
I have zero clue how to grow on Twitter other than just spam promoting it on my
Fucking
TikTok or whatever.
Miller Football hasn't figured out. Maybe we should ask him. Should I hit him up in the DMs? Be like, yo, how you growing on Twitter?
Yeah,
want me
we should
to?
find out.
Yeah,
go
I'm
for
just
it,
gonna hit
dude.
him up.
We
Be
should-
like, me and Jake are live on the podcast.
I honestly think it could be just him spam promoting it on his
So
on
no,
his
you know what I
TikTok.
really think it is. Actually, I'm not even gonna ask him because I'm like 90% sure this is the way.
Sure.
He just tweets every time he sees a tweet that he would like, he would put a like on. He responds to it somehow, whether in the replies or quote tweet.
I try and
he
do that.
responds to
Yeah.
everything. You
Yeah.
gotta just put your face out there on stuff, and people will see it eventually.
Yeah, my biggest growth on Twitter is when Dan Orlovsky retweeted one of my tweets
Oh shit!
during the Aaron Rodgers scandal. Because he went on, like, I was watching whatever show he's on, I can't keep track of him anymore. And he said something really, really, like, genuinely, like, that really hit me with Aaron Rodgers, like, really smart and intelligent. And so, like, I quoted him on it and, like, talked about, like, why he was right, and he retweeted it, and I got, like, a lot of likes, and I got a few followers from it. So, like,
Nice.
it's that kind of stuff. And, like, Twitter, I try and tweet a lot. I think I've had my Twitter account for, I want to say, a year now, and I've tweeted 1,649 times.
Oh geez.
So, like, I have not. I don't think. I mean, I don't know how many times you've tweeted, but 1,649 is the mark I'm at, and it's because I live tweet pretty much every single sport.
Yeah.
Every single sport. It's not, the thing I always tell people is it's not JTalk Sport, it's JTalk Sports. You know, like,
Yeah.
I am pretty heavily invested in every single sport. So it makes it easier for me to, like, make TikTok content and stuff. But, like, I'm sorry, but I do not think my followers care about baseball.
Right.
If
Or,
I'm being
like,
completely honest, even if I wanted to talk about it, I don't think anybody would care. Which is why I don't, mostly. But
Baseball's
I tweet
tough.
about it.
Because, dude, the league. Okay, we're shifting into baseball talk for a second, apparently, before I
Sure.
go back to Twitter.
Sure.
Baseball is gonna fail soon because the MLB doesn't care. Like, they want to keep the sanctity of the game over actually increasing fans in the stands. Like, I don't get it.
There are not teams in the NBA and NFL that even come close to averaging low of numbers as some of the MLB teams do at this point.
Right.
I mean, there are like 8,000 fans at Marlins home games.
Yeah.
That's insane. That's a minor league capacity. I guarantee you my minor league team averages about that in my hometown, and they're AAA.
Right.
And this is a professional baseball team.
Yeah. And I mean,
being run by one of the biggest organizations and businesses in the world,
Yeah.
and they can't find a way to promote their game enough for people to actually come and sit at a game and watch 9 innings of a baseball game. Like, they gotta do something about
so
that.
here
yeah,
are the
but
biggest issues with baseball, I think, from
boring.
the
On
average
TV.
person's no. Baseball, the MLB itself has decided that there is no, like, actual meaning to the sport anymore. The Astros are proven to have cheated to win their trophy, and the commissioner said, why does everybody care so much? It's just a hunk of metal. That is the man in charge of your league. Yeah, why do people want to watch that when the person in charge
Their commissioner
thinks there's no fucking
sucks. Yeah. Yeah.
Then, players are hitting too many home runs. You know, they're also striking out more and have lower averages than ever because they've learned how to hit specifically home runs or hit nothing.
That
So what do
That
we
is
do?
the problem.
Oh, we're
Yeah.
gonna give every stadium a humidor like the one at Coors Field to deaden the ball. They have deadened the ball at every stadium. You didn't need to deaden the ball in Miami or in San Diego. You're at
That
sea
ball's-
level.
that
It's
ball's
already
dead enough.
dead.
That ball's dead
Honestly,
enough.
I think take away the humidor at every stadium. Let people hit 800-foot home runs at Coors Field. Why? Because it would be fucking fun.
Mm-hmm.
We have the advanced analytics now to know, if he hit a ball like that at Marlins Stadium, it wouldn't be a home run. We can create an advanced metric for home runs that aren't or are actual home runs. It wouldn't be that hard.
Let's say, okay, the first inning of a baseball game,
Yeah.
the away team at Coors Field hits 3 home runs.
Yep.
Bottom of the inning, the Rockies come back. They wouldn't do this in real life because they're the Rockies, but hypothetically, the Rockies come back and they hit 3.
No, that they would do. They can offense with you all day. They just can't pitch.
Sure. So they come back and they hit 3 home runs. There would be people complaining about that. But very, very rarely. It happens maybe more often than it used to, but there are not that many like genuine blowouts in baseball.
Right.
Like, as long as it's not the Yankees playing like the Pirates, the Yankees just smoked the Pirates last night. But it's also not like the Yankees playing the Pirates. I guarantee you the point differential, like percentage margin or whatever, is way smaller in baseball than any other sport. Maybe, I mean, hockey probably, but
hockey's is probably lower. But that's just
the NBA.
Hockey.
90% of the playoff games in the NBA this year were blowouts.
They were.
Like,
which was wild.
hitting
How
too
do you
many
go to a
three-pointers?
7-game series where, every what was it? Was it the Mavericks and the Suns? It went 7.
Every game was a blowout of that
but
series.
yeah, every
pretty much,
game was won by 20 or more points. It's like the
Yeah.
series was
That
close,
series was
but it
ridiculous.
wasn't. It was weird.
Right.
It was weird.
It was just a matter of them both not being able to put together 2 good games in a row, basically.
Pretty much, yeah.
But we're off topic. We were talking about Twitter. How many times have you tweeted?
I don't think you want to know, man.
It's got to be. I want to say it's definitely not double-digit thousands yet, is it? Or is it?
5,461 tweets.
How long have you had a Twitter account? Do you know?
It says I joined May of 2018. So 4 years.
So that's 4. I don't think that's crazy then.
That's
1,000
pretty
tweets a
nuts.
year, just about.
I mean, more than that. How many? I want to see how many days in 4 years. Oh, that's 5 years. That doesn't matter.
What was your tweet number again?
5,461.
Okay. And how many days are in 4 years?
1,461.
Okay, so
I guess I'm averaging like a tweet a day, basically, which is trash.
pretty close, yeah.
It's normally because I will like post 1 tweet a day I'll post no tweets for like 4 days, and then suddenly I post like 20 in a day just to balance it out.
In like the NFL season, I'm tweeting. I don't even know how much a day. Like NFL Sunday, like NFL Thursday, Sunday, Monday. I'm on my phone and I am just ripping out tweets. Because I tweet about pretty much every game I try to, just to try and include every team in my analysis. Like, and it's because I don't know, man. The NFL is so much easier to tweet about than all the other sports leagues.
Yeah.
So much more happens, so much more drama.
Well, I wouldn't say that. I think there's more drama in baseball or basketball. Fuck.
Probably, yeah. Yeah.
But that's just more like the players themselves. But basketball gets tough because you hit a dead spot like right now. It's
Summer League.
No one gives a flying fuck about Summer League. Come on now.
Well, the only reason people do is because of like the debuts of the rookies, like Chet.
Yeah, but
like everybody.
I mean, again, we've seen 2 Summer League games from Chet right now. Have we learned anything about whether Chet will be good? No. Because in Game 1, it looked like he'd be the greatest NBA player to ever live. Game 2, it looked like the worst. So he's exactly the same as he was 4 weeks ago. Nothing changed.
I mean, I still don't like Chet, but yeah.
But did these games change your opinion at all? No. That's my
in a positive light.
Did they?
I mean, like
after Game 2, is it positive?
No, I came into Summer League with a bad opinion of Chet. Didn't like him as a prospect, and after the first game, I still didn't like him because I kind of thought that what would happen in the second game was gonna happen. Like the second, like If this was getting bodied by summer league centers, Giannis is gonna kill him. Like,
Yeah.
I don't understand. Like, that's what I said on Twitter. I was like, if this is what these summer league guys are doing, imagine Embiid, Bam Adebayo, Giannis, like guys who can literally just toss him out of the stadium. Like, he's not a center. No way.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah.
No, you're absolutely correct, though. Like, but that's my thing. It's like, even when the NFL's dead, there's still always. I don't know if it's because like NFL media is better at stirring shit, but like, CBS will post a super shitty graphic.
That's true. That does
and
happen
like,
more in the
it
NFL.
gets the whole
that's,
community like, yo, what the fuck are we doing here, Kyle?
Also, there's just more of like a creator base for like the NFL. So
That
like
too.
you'll have like big creators putting out like their top 10 list of certain positions. Everybody's talking about them and like stuff like that. Or like even like we're in mid-July and like trades are still happening. Like Baker to the Panthers yesterday. Like the NBA had 1 or 2 days of free agency and it's done. Like the NFL there's been a steady, like Terry getting paid and Baker getting traded, and just like there's been like a steady run of stuff actually happening. Whereas in the NBA, it's just like Kevin Durant might be going to Toronto, Kevin Durant might be going to Portland, and it
Kevin
doesn't
Durant
happen.
requested a trade, and then
Haven't
after
heard
that, you
anything
don't
about
get
it.
insiders telling you, oh well, the like how we had for Baker, the Seahawks and the Panthers are the 2 teams in on Baker. It's like, okay, we know
Nobody
where
knows
he's
who
going.
Kevin Durant.
Right, Kevin Durant. We don't have an insider saying. We do have his little list, right? That like he wants to go to Phoenix or Miami
there were
or
literally-
LA, and it's like
You scroll
no
through
shit.
NBA Twitter, and there is a jersey swap of him in literally every team's uniform.
Fuck,
Nobody
you saw
knows.
me make the joke saying KD and Kyrie were coming to Minnesota. I don't think that's happening now because
did-
we traded for Rudy.
you-
But
Did you see that on Twitter?
no,
That it came out that the Nets offered Durant for Anthony Edwards and Cat, and the
no.
Wolves said
I'm
no.
glad we said no.
Yeah,
Fuck
it
no.
was Woj who said it. It was like a legit thing. Like the Nets offered Kevin Durant for Cat and Anthony Edwards, and I think a pick.
No, I'm
before the
sorry.
Gobert trade,
We're not-
I think.
Yeah, we're not
No.
doing that. No,
If it was just Cat,
maybe
send him.
you can
If you were
consider
planning on
it.
getting Gobert anyway,
Right.
because you would
If
probably
it's
still have
just
the
Cat,
assets
you
you used to
consider it.
get Gobert.
Yeah. If it was
Like,
just Cat, you consider it. But our whole future
Anthony
relies
Edwards
on
too
him.
valuable.
And I love
Yeah, 'cause you
Cat,
just
so
traded
I
away
still would have
Bev
said
too,
no
yeah.
anyways. So
If I'm the Timberwolves, I would have said yes. Me personally, I probably would have said no because Durant
it's also an age thing.
probably isn't going to play as many games as Cat will.
Well, and
Like health wise,
general,
and like
longevity
KD
wise,
is going to be
Cat's gonna
37 at the end of his contract. Like,
win. Yeah, I think at the
whoever's
end
taking-
of Cats, he's going to be like 28.
yeah, whoever's
Like-
taking Kevin Durant's taking a 4-year contract in which will be 37 at the end of. So like,
And Katie's had major
if you're a team that is looking to the future, you don't trade for him. If you're a win now team, you do.
right? Like the
I don't know what the
Lakers,
T-Wolves are doing because they're kind of a mix of both.
right?
But like, I
Like-
wouldn't do it if I was the Timberwolves. I think like you have to be in a position to win a championship if you want Kevin Durant.
Yeah.
Because he is not going to be around that long. It's like Kawhi with the Raptors. The Raptors were one piece away. They got Kawhi, won a championship. He's gone.
Yeah.
That's exactly what's going to happen with Durant. If
I think-
Durant goes to a team and they don't make a deep playoff run, he's requested another trade. He doesn't
Yeah.
care.
I
like-
think it's the Lakers. I really do
I would hate that.
because AD is
But
younger,
It doesn't make sense.
And-
It doesn't make sense
AD
for the Nets.
except AD is
I
younger.
don't know.
And on the same deal, you get AD, and you still would.
Yeah.
You'd still have Ben Simmons and maybe Kyrie. Kyrie's confusing. I don't know where he goes. Or you pull off the deal where you.
I'm pretty
three-team
convinced
it with-
Kyrie's a Laker, if I'm being real.
I'm kind of convinced
I'm
you
pretty
do the
convinced.
3-team deal with the Hornets.
Ooh.
I really
Now-
am.
The Hornets are interesting organization for sure.
Yeah.
I don't think that he would work with the Hornets.
No. You're no. The 3-team deal with the Hornets. So the Lakers get KD and Kyrie.
Oh, I see what
The
you're saying.
Hornets get Russell
My bad.
Westbrook, and probably something like a Taylor Horton Tucker or a pick or whatever, right? They got to get a younger-ish piece that can actually help them. Otherwise, they're going to say no, obviously. But I think Russell Westbrook as a sixth man, like, okay, LaMelo and whatever other star player they go get. Maybe they go get DeAndre
Well, the thing is,
Ayton.
like,
They're off the court. We need somebody to do
you
something.
would probably have to start him on the bench because I don't think he can play shooting guard, and LaMelo's their point guard.
No, Russ would 100% be their sixth man. And I think if Russ could accept that role, he'd be damn good at it. He could give you a triple-double off the bench.
That's true. I
And,
mean,
like,
they
when the
could
team
also run
wasn't
small ball
relying on-
because their
Yeah.
center just got arrested for abuse, but
Right.
you know.
Russ is their small ball center. He's a better rebounder
Honestly-
than half the centers in the league, so I'd take it.
This is a dude who's had 21 rebounds in a game, so you know,
Right? Like, I'm
not
down.
the worst small ball center to have in the world, I don't think. But yeah, with KD, I'm a Raptors fan, man. I would love it, but it's not gonna happen.
Right.
Nobody wants to play in Toronto as much as I want them to. It's the truth.
Well, actually,
Like-
I don't know, with the political climate of the U.S. right now, I bet a lot of people are fine with going to Toronto.
Well, that's true. Chris Broussard, bless his heart, but he's a moron. He came on one of the cringe NBA shows and basically talked about how like it's hard to be black in Toronto, so that's why KD shouldn't go to Toronto because everybody in Toronto's racist.
Oh, sure.
And like
Isn't the king
and-
of Toronto like Drake?
right, and everybody was just like, bro, statistically, Toronto was one of the most multicultural cities in North America.
Right?
Like, this dude does not know what he's talking about whatsoever. And, like, Kawhi came to Toronto. I'm not saying that he liked it because he left the year after winning a title.
But also,
but
he didn't go to Toronto
he
because
wanted to be
he
in
wanted
LA.
to. He got forced there and still was like, okay, fine. I'll show
Right,
you
and
how
he won-
great I am, and
he
then
won
I'll
a
go to
title.
where I want to
Yeah.
go. And, like, as a Toronto fan, you can't be mad at that. You gotta
Oh,
ring.
I was fine. We won the title, and I kind of sat there. I was like, you know what? You can leave. That's all I needed.
I'd
and he
love you
did.
if you stayed.
That was
But
fine.
if you leave, you can leave.
I mean, yeah, I really wouldn't care. I mean, City of Toronto, you know, when's the last time they won a major sports title? Before the Raptors? I don't know. Like, Blue Jays certainly haven't. No way the Leafs have. They're playoff chokers. Like, their city sucks at sports, if I'm being completely honest, at least in the playoffs. So, seeing that, I was fine with it. I don't care. Kawhi can go. But like I said, KD... probably not Toronto. I don't think Toronto has the assets, the weapons to get him.
Dude,
I don't know what the
who
Nets
does.
want to do. Do the Nets want to win? Like, do the Nets want to get pieces back that make them a winning team, or are they kind of going into slightly rebuild mode, building around like Ben Simmons?
I don't know. I think it's tough because none of the teams that want him or could use KD have the assets really to do it, except the Lakers. Like, what assets do the Suns have? You're gonna want to
Booker.
like straight up trade KD for DeAndre Ayton? No shot.
The rumors and reports are that they have offered 4 different packages for KD, but the Nets have turned down every single one because none of them included Booker. So they
No,
want
I'm not
Booker out
giving
of
up
that
Booker.
deal.
I'm not giving up Booker. No.
And it would be really awkward if they did that because Booker's the cover athlete for 22K, but
They're not gonna do that.
So he gets traded. He's on a different team than he is on the cover, which would be funny.
Well,
but
no, that happened to Kyrie. They'll just jersey swap it.
that's the thing. Yeah. You're right.
It still
So-
would be funny because some people would still own the cover that has Booker in a Suns jersey.
Yeah.
But that just makes cool collector's items, and I'm down for
Yeah.
that. So
I'm not gonna lie though, the Clippers might.
who do you give up?
One of Paul George or Kawhi.
What's the point? That's
KD's better than both of them. so you get a better
Not
player
by
no matter
that
what you do.
much. You're getting the third best player in the world instead of the sixth. That doesn't move the needle enough.
Andrew Wiggins has more career points than Kawhi Leonard. I don't want to hear it.
Well, because Andrew Wiggins is Canadian Michael Jordan.
Yeah, right.
I love Mike Korzemba, dude. Lonzo Ball is
That's-
Steph Curry with a 40-inch vertical.
Yeah.
Jimmy Butler is Jordan's son. That one I actually kind of believe.
Markelle Fultz is the next great point guard in the NBA.
Yes.
I saw that one on Twitter
Okay,
earlier.
what do you think of the Jimmy Butler is Jordan's son theory?
I don't think I've heard it.
Really?
Is it just basically like he looks like him or he plays like him?
both?
Both.
Plus the fact
I don't think
that,
Jimmy Butler looks like Michael Jordan that much, does he?
Ooh.
I guess let me pull up. I haven't seen
No,
Jimmy
I got a
Butler's
side by side
close-up
for you.
face.
Jimmy Butler, Michael Jordan comparison. You want a picture of them when they were younger? Here, I'll send it to you on Discord.
Sure.
Copy image. Where's the fuck's Discord? There you go. There's one.
Oh man, that's pretty. That's
Yeah.
That's pretty similar.
Like it's
Let's say.
like you could see it. I could see that being, father son style. I really could. But no, so like the whole thing now I got to find the whole theory cuz I don't want to be messing up my stuff here, Where's the whole article thing? Or yeah, whatever. So
Jordan would have been 27 when he had Jimmy Butler, so he
Yeah.
would have had to have a kid while he was in his prime, or while he was.
So in Houston, in 1989, Butler was abandoned by his father when he was an infant. His mother raised him until she kicked him out at the age of 13. Apparently, the reason she kicked him out was the child support kind of checks that she was getting from his, as she called it, famous father stopped coming at the age of 13. So she kicked him out. Yeah, like that's
So Michael
where
Jordan would have been 40.
Yeah.
When Jimmy Butler was 13. So when Michael
So-
Jordan was 40, was he? That his last season with the Wizards?
yes.
But he would have stopped. After that season, he would have stopped making money from the NBA. Well, no, he probably would have been being paid for years after that. But
So here we go. Michael Jordan would not claim unwanted child in 1988 in fear of destroying marriage. The child took on mother's maiden name of Butler. It was reported he paid the mother off, so his public image would not be tarnished, nor his legacy, or his view as a role model.
how? This literally just sounds like he actually is Michael Jordan's son.
Right? After 13 years, mother kicked child out of the house because the payments stopped.
So this is from the other side of the story.
Oh,
They,
you have
they like
another side?
line up.
Oh.
No, but so you're reading like that Jordan. Is this stuff that Jordan's confirmed or just all speculation?
It's all speculation, but like
Okay.
I like it.
Okay.
Especially with the way Jimmy's a dog, dude. It would make sense.
I think it'd be funny. That'd be so funny.
No, you know what would be sick is if like next year the Heat win the title, Jimmy gets his Finals MVP, lifts up the Larry O'Brien trophy. Is that right? It's the Larry O'Brien in basketball. Okay. Lifts up the Larry O'Brien, and then we get like it cuts to commercial, and it's Michael Jordan talking about how proud he is of his son for winning an NBA championship.
Do you think that let's say that they are, let's say that hypothetically we know for 100% fact that they are. Do you think they know? They have to, right?
Jordan would. I don't know if Jimmy would.
But
He's
I was gonna say,
probably
I don't
thought
know if
exactly
Jimmy
like
would.
we're thinking, though. He's probably looked into it like, man, that's weird. Man, is Jordan my dad?
There's no way that Jimmy hasn't actually like seen it. I'm guarantee you he's seen the stuff.
Right. Mike Korzemba posted the video and it got millions of views. And like at least if you watch any Mike Korzemba, you know NBA players do watch that. Like Giannis on the court pointed at Korzemba and said, "Hey man, I love your videos." Do you know how sick that would be, by the way?
Insane.
Oh my God.
Insane.
So I mean, he's definitely heard it.
I would say, yeah.
But it's intriguing.
A little bit, yeah.
Okay, also, like, so this goes even a bit farther. Jordan was in Houston about 9 months before Jimmy Butler was born. That's the other connection. He was playing a game in Houston.
Oh, man. Oh, man.
Yeah, like, I'm not saying it's true. I'm just saying it's a cool idea. And I wish it was. But I mean, I don't know. Jimmy Butler is just a dog.
Oh, yeah.
He definitely got that dog in him.
Oh, he does.
He became,
for sure.
like, one of my favorite players in the NBA when he was in Minnesota, obviously, because I'm a Timberwolves fan.
Sure.
But, like, the story that came out of him, I've talked about this a million times, but it's my favorite NBA story ever. You know, of him pulling the third stringers, playing against the starters and holding them to 0 points as he won against them and screaming at the GM and the coach, "You fucking need me. You can't win without me," is the greatest thing I've ever heard. I can't believe we let that man walk out of the building.
You also let Zach LaVine walk out of the building, so here we go.
Well, we traded him for...
I mean, that's still like...
The fuck did we get out of that again?
That had to be one of the number 1 overall picks that were used on either Cat or Andrew Wiggins, right? He didn't have that pick.
Wiggins was picked by the Cavs.
Traded to you guys, that's right, yeah.
What the hell did we get out of... Oh, duh, I'm a dumbass. We got Jimmy Butler. We were literally just talking about this. We traded Zach LaVine, Chris Dunn, and the 7th overall pick that was Lowry.
He was on the Bulls. Jimmy. I forgot.
Yeah.
He was on the Bulls.
We missed on that one. But, yeah, I mean, you know what? I'd do that trade again. Only I want a better GM and coach who realize, oh, wait, Jimmy is that dude. That's my biggest issue. But that's been my issue with, like, every team in the NBA. Because until he got to the Heat, every team in the NBA was like, well, Jimmy's good, but I don't think he can ever be that guy. The Bulls didn't think he could be that guy, so they sent him to the Timberwolves. The Timberwolves saw him be that guy, get us to our first playoff appearance in, like, 20 years. Back in 2017, and then, well, we don't really think he can be that guy. Send him to Philly, who then...
Still
well, we'd rather have
Simmons
he can
be the best player
Joel
on a championship team.
Like, imagine if they kept Jimmy instead of Ben Simmons. They win a chip.
Right. I don't know if he can be the best player on a championship team.
And then he goes to Miami and was the best player on a team that made the finals. And then, I mean, he put everything he had into it.
Well, that's the thing. If he's dropping like that many points and they still don't win the chip, I don't know. Like,
dude, you ran into the. Well, I know I think you're a Bulls fan. I can't remember.
I'm not a Bulls fan.
Okay,
I'm a Raptors fan.
A lot of people are Bulls fans. I get it confused. But he ran into. I don't care who you are. It's one of two options. He either ran into the greatest player of all time or the second greatest player of all time. Without a super team, not many people win those. You're allowed, as long as you acknowledge that Jordan and Bron are in a league of their own, then I don't care where you actually rank it. It's when you're an asshole like Skip Bayless and say, LeBron's at like 7, but Steph Curry's at like 3. No.
The lowest I can even remotely like fathom an argument for LeBron is 3. And that's even a stretch. I can fathom an argument for like Kareem. But like, no.
You know what? That's fair, but I still view Jordan and LeBron. They're in a league of their own, And then it's just kind of all personal preference, or like who you watched, or whatever.
I'm not gonna lie to you, bro.
Preference.
I don't even know if I can make my top 10 all-time list because I've only watched one of them play. Maybe
LeBron.
LeBron. I wasn't even. I'm not even sure if I was alive when Jordan retired. What year did Jordan retire with the Wizards?
You might not have been, actually.
What year did Jordan retire with the Wizards?
I can't type, but I think
19 years ago.
Yeah,
I was 40, right? I'm 19.
So
I probably was a baby when he retired.
2001 or 2002. He retired just before Braun got in the league.
I was born in January of 2003.
Oh, then yeah, he was retired by the time.
I was not even alive when Jordan played a minute of basketball. Curry, if he's in your top 10, I guess I obviously watched him play. But, like, those might be the only two guys who have an argument for top 10 all time that I've watched play basketball before.
Some people
so I don't even know
KD
if I can make my list comfortably. Well, obviously KD, but I don't think KD's top 10
I don't think he's top 10. I'd give it to Steph before I gave it to KD. Mostly because Steph has proven he can do things without KD. What has KD proved without Steph? That he can't get out of the first round?
Right. Like, I can't, like, order it, but I guess... Well, I can order the first two. It's LeBron and Jordan in whatever order.
Yep.
But, like, outside of them, I think my top 10 right now would be in literally no order. Wilt, Bird, Kareem, Olajuwon, probably Curry. And even now I'm stuck with three more guys to go.
Magic Johnson, Kobe, Shaq.
Kobe, and then probably Shaq. Or like, probably Shaq.
Whoa. Hold on. According to Legion Hoops on Twitter, I don't know if you know who they are.
They're legit. They're legit, yeah.
But a report is the Pacers are interested in signing DeAndre Ayton to an offer sheet or negotiate a sign and trade involving Miles Turner.
Oh, yeah, I see it.
Miles Turner for Ayton is interesting.
Turner, I don't... He is literally in trade rumors every single year.
Right?
And nothing ever happens. So he cannot be that highly valued if nobody's ever pulled the trigger on him.
See, but what if it's the Pacers always saying no? That's the way I've always viewed it. It's not.
There's probably a few situations, but there's no way that every single time it's been the Pacers saying no. They had to have gotten a good enough offer for Miles Turner.
The Pacers
this dude
were
isn't like an
very
all-star.
high on Miles Turner, and actually he could be. I know he hasn't been. Well, I'm pretty sure, but
I think he's been an all-star. I mean, he could be, sure.
Let me find some. Oh God, where is this basketball reference page? Oh. I didn't type in trade, but it searched for trades anyways. That's not what I wanted.
Right, because that's all. That's
he is
a
two-time NBA block champ, and he was on the all-rookie team his rookie year. But the dude is only 26, even though he's been in the league for 7 fucking years. And yeah, I mean, he's had seasons where, I guess you're right. He's not.
No,
he's like 13
I don't mean to
points.
shift the conversation to football here. But I'm scrolling through Twitter, looking at NBA stuff, and you know fantasy football AZ, right?
Yes.
This dude just a couple minutes ago tweeted this. Come back to this tweet when Carson Strong is the future franchise quarterback for the Eagles in 1 year from now.
Carson Strong's on the Eagles?
I don't even know. Is he?
I
honestly don't even care if I'm being real.
Carson Strong, apparently is on the Eagles. Don't know how that happened.
Oh, man.
But, no, he's not. Dude, what? Dude, the fantasy football AZ guy, I hope you hear this somehow. I really do.
Please.
I don't think the dude's ever made a take that actually had any merit behind it, ever. I think dude just says stuff to kind of see what happens. And then he gets called out about it. and cries. At least when you try to call me out about my takes that are kind of wild, like my Tyreek Hill isn't top 10, at least I don't cry about it. I'm like, no, here's why I think that. I get if you don't see it. And now we have a chance to see if I'm right. And you know what happens if I'm not right? I don't cry and go, well, he's still not that good. I just don't think so. No. You know what actually gets to happen? Oh, fuck, he was better than I thought.
He is not good. He is not good at real football. He is pretty good at fantasy football.
Dude, it's not hard to be good at fantasy football.
That's what I'm saying. He is on my list of guys I want to have on the podcast for purely fantasy reasons, and also maybe so I can make fun of him.
Fair enough.
Like, I DM'd him on Twitter, and I'm like, hey, like I want to do a fantasy preview episode, and you're good at fantasy, but I feel like this is my gateway to be like, just like, I'll talk about fantasy, and then like 5 minutes, like 10, 15 minutes, and I'll just go off about some of the stuff he said, and just ambush him.
Was it you or was it David who got in an argument with him on Twitter the other day?
I've never gotten into an argument on social media with him because I usually just don't reply to his stuff. So probably David.
It was Miller Football. Let's go. I want to find this.
I'm curious.
He was going in for some reason. I don't even remember what the tweet was about. I just remember like, oh, he's going in.
So speaking of Miller Football, you wanna? I'm trying to think.
Are you having a stroke, my guy?
Almost. I was trying to think what I was gonna say. On the that one tweet where it was like some guy said that Baker went from being the third best quarterback in his division to being the third best quarterback in his division, and I said y'all gotta stop overrating Jameis. You were with me on that, right?
Yeah, I told
Baker's
Miller
better.
Football to fight me. I said if Jake doesn't want to stick by it, I'll fight you on this one. Let's go.
I was just far too out of it to even argue on Twitter. I was like sitting blank faced on my phone, just like, oh, I'm gonna have to fight for this.
Oh fuck, yeah. I'm gonna have to fight. And I was like, I was ready. I was like, let's fucking go, boy.
What was this Miller Football thing about fantasy football?
I'm trying to find it. I still haven't scrolled back far enough yet because the dude tweets 1 billion times a day. Been scrolling for an hour, and I'm only on July 3rd. That's 4 days ago, my guy.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, hey, valid. It's worth tweeting that much, especially when your Twitter grows the way his has. Fucking psychopath.
I'm sure you like Max because of his Justin Jefferson views, but
wait,
yeah.
Who?
Fantasy Football is he?
Oh, he has good views on Jefferson. I honestly don't watch the dude enough. If I see a video of his, I watch it and go, well, that's fucking
Jefferson is his wide receiver 1, I believe, currently.
Honestly, at least from a fantasy football perspective, that's probably smart.
Fantasy football's perspective, it's probably Debo because of his rushing upside. But
well, we don't know if Debo's actually going to play a fucking game.
Or Coop.
And
Cooper. Kupp.
I mean, here's the thing.
I don't know if Cooper Kupp's going to have the kind of season he had last year.
I agree with Nico, especially since we've already been seeing it at Vikings practices. The Justin Jefferson is going to get used in that Cooper Kupp role, and I'm sorry, he's more talented than Cooper Kupp. If he gets used in that role and used correctly, he is going to absolutely smash everything.
I found it, by the way.
Oh, did you? I still haven't. What day is it from?
July 3rd.
No fucking way. How did I miss it?
Miller tweeted, just had someone tell me that the Giants have a better QB in defense than the Bears, and Max quote tweeted it and said, they do have a better QB. Why am I not surprised by you somehow finding quoting my tweet and attempt to seem smart? And then they go back and forth. Daniel Jones is clearly better. I'm not upset. It's funny, hilarious that your entire brand at this point is either talk fantasy football or pick fights with people. You got to be really desperate for some engagement to come after a random ass guy's take between 2 bottom tier QBs, my man. Go find something better to do. And then, yeah, Max responded once, and then David just kind of kept threading himself, going off
he'll
on
do
him.
that sometimes. But also, I think Mr. AZ was like, "Oh fuck, oh this guy's." I don't know. when somebody has a strong opinion, sometimes it scares you to go after them because, like, oh fuck, they care about what we're talking about maybe more than I do. I'm gonna sound dumb if I go too hard on this, you know?
Sure. Mm-hmm.
I think there's a bit of that, but yeah.
I love Theo.
I can't even find Fantasy Football AZ on Twitter. Am I blocked? What the fuck
No
is
way.
his name?
It's at it. Hold up. What is it? It's at Fantasy F Ball AZ.
Fantasy F Ball AZ. Oh no, there he is. What the fuck? Why could I not find your fucking? I did not see a single tweet by him anywhere. But okay, this makes more sense. We're doing okay. Yeah, now I just want to go see all this again. Oh god. Oh my god. God, brother, all he's saying is that he's better. If it was anyone else, I'd agree, but you got to remember, this is the dude that gets off on trying to box guys who don't agree with him.
Not gonna lie, Daniel Jones is better than Justin Fields right now.
No, he's not.
I will die on that hill. I would
then
take
have
Daniel
fun
Jones right
dying because you're so wrong. Daniel Jones will turn the ball over
wrong.
more in one game than Justin Fields will in
I'm
his
gonna be
entire
wrong.
career.
I'm gonna be
Daniel
wrong.
Jones
Right
can't
now,
run better. He can't pass better. He can't do anything better. He's dumber. Daniel Jones does nothing well on a football field except maybe catch, but he's a quarterback, so that doesn't fucking matter.
he can catch the snap better.
Can he? The dude leads.
Hey, at least he's not throwing an
play
interception.
last
Some dude's
year.
crotch. Sorry,
Daniel
Jared
Jones
Goff,
didn't
but-
play last year and still leads the league in turnovers the last 3 years. Do you know how fucking awful you
Yes,
have
sir.
to be?
That's my boy. Let's go.
Danny Dimes
Yes, sir.
will officially not even be in the league as a backup after this year. He's gone.
It's probably true, but I'm not going to give up on him until after 1 year with the new head coach. That's what I've kind of convinced myself of.
See, I think you're falling into the trap I fell into with Sam Darnold, and it's not going to go great.
I don't. Maybe, but I genuinely am just. I want 1 year with a new head coach, Daniel Jones, and then it's over.
Fair enough.
That's it.
That's how I felt with Sam Darnold, but because I thought Sam Darnold.
Let me tell you, if
way
he
too
even
talented.
has a halfway serviceable season next year, I'm victory lapping all the way, bro. That's all I'm
He
saying.
won't, though. So
If he does,
the biggest thing is the things that are his biggest issues, he's never even tried to address.
no, probably not.
So, like, I have no faith in him getting better because he never has tried before. Now,
You just wait till
maybe
my
Dable
Drew Lock MVP
pulls
victory lapping.
maybe Dable pulls a Josh Allen with Daniel Jones, but I don't see it. You want to know
It's not
why?
impossible.
Daniel Jones doesn't have the talent in his entire body that Josh Allen has in his pinky finger, so I don't see it. Daniel Jones is not that talented. He has an average arm. He has a below average IQ. He's not that
Pretty
fast. He's not that fast.
He outran an entire defense before he fell over. So,
The Eagles defense.
he was running so fast
Eagles.
that he tripped over himself.
It was the Eagles, like
That run-
3
but that
years
run-
ago,
that-
when they were
no,
the worst defense in the
but no.
league.
But that run, he clocked in faster than Lamar's fastest run that year. I know for a fact that's a correct stat because I've seen it on
don't
actual, like,
Okay,
certified.
that does not
Faster than
equal
Lamar.
correct
Daniel Jones
stats.
is better running, better.
We
better-
saw the
I'm
NFL
going to Twitter right now.
No, we've
Daniel
seen
Jones is a better
actual.
running
Stop
quarterback.
for a second. We've seen actual verified Twitter accounts that know what they're talking about put out the stat that Larry Fitzgerald has more tackles than he does drops, and that's incorrect. So just because it's put out by one of these major places doesn't mean it's right. They can be wrong too. It's just funnier when they're wrong.
Daniel Jones is a better running quarterback than Lamar Jackson will ever be.
You're not tweeting that right now.
Lamar Jackson will ever be perfect. We did. All right.
You didn't.
We can move on now.
Don't worry, Lamar Jackson's just a better quarterback than Daniel Jones could ever dream of being, so it's fine.
I know. Of course. This is just one of my things.
I know. You're good at posting bullshit that pisses me off, okay? You're great at shit posting. I might be the only one who ever gets annoyed by it, but it's good
everybody
stuff.
else knows exactly what everybody can.
My thing is, I'm on the internet enough. There are people dumb enough to believe the things you're saying, so stop saying them. Because you're going to create these monsters that I then have to battle. And, like, my only resource when it comes to battling people who believe that shit is burn them with fire. Like, they do not deserve to be alive anymore. I'm sorry.
Most of the people who follow me on Twitter at this point and actually see my tweets can tell between my satirical stuff at this point because I'm trying to look back at what I'm actually tweeting on. Something I've tweeted that's just awful.
Right. I wonder if I have any tweets like that, but it would be too hard to find, I think. 5,000 tweets is a lot. I'm going to scroll back a long
Can't find any currently.
Going back as far as I can. Probably not all the way to the beginning, but we're just scrolling. Because I'm still in June. I've scrolled so far, it's had to reload like 4 times, but it's still June. But, yeah. Takes are tough because you have to...
Yeah.
You have to feel...
This take might age poorly.
Oh, God.
This wasn't satirical, but it might age poorly. On June 24th, if Kamara gets suspended for a year, that Saints offense could be in trouble. The receiving core is made up of an MT who hasn't played in a long time, still very good, a rookie who I'm not high on, and an older receiver who's slowing down, plus they have no options at tight end. I don't think that's crazy.
That's going to age fine. I think even if Kamara plays all season, if all of them play all season, the Saints are still going to underwhelm because Jameis is still Jameis. He had 6 good games with a top 3 offensive coach in the NFL. He no longer has that offensive coach. He's not going to play the same.
This
Sean
next week
Payton
got me.
Did it?
Oh yeah,
not Jameis.
Yeah. This next week got me a DM saying I should never talk about basketball again.
Nice.
I understand maybe not liking the Keegan Murray pick, but Jaden Ivey wouldn't have been the greatest choice either. Trying to force a guy like him into that backcourt would not work, especially if they truly are planning on moving De'Aaron Fox. There would be no reason to pick him.
What?
That one, I don't know if you know anything about the NBA draft, but that one was because everybody hated the. Basically, for the past 5 or 6 years, the only position that the Sacramento Kings have drafted
Kings just draft guards, right?
Is a guard.
Even though they have guards,
and so
Jaden
Ivey is probably one of the more talented. He was the most talented guard left when the Kings picked, but they took what was probably the best available forward. People got really mad because people just value Jaden Ivey higher than they drafted the guy valued the guy who they drafted. But everyone kind of had to like take a step back and realize, hey, they eventually you gotta stop drafting guards and just let the ones you have work out and develop. Yeah,
because didn't they? Who was the guy they just traded to Indiana for Sabonis?
Buddy Hield and Tyrese Halliburton were 2 guys.
Yeah, they.
Halliburton, I don't know if it's a guard, but Buddy Hield's definitely a guard.
Halliburton was a guard. Halliburton, well, he was. Maybe the Pacers move him.
I think he can play both.
They moved Halliburton because of the rookie they drafted last year, whose name I don't remember, because it's the Sacramento Kings. Outside of De'Aaron Fox, none of it matters.
Oh, the guy from last year that they drafted?
Yeah.
Davion Mitchell from UCLA.
Who started the season really well. So it's like, we got to move somebody.
Really good defender. Yeah.
They moved Halliburton.
Yeah.
GG.
And the Kings might be in the worst position. They have a lot of talent. They're just the Kings. That's like the Lions. They have a good amount of talent, but is anything really going to happen? I don't know.
Right. I have more faith in the Lions than I do the Kings just because of their coaching situation.
Probably, yeah. Sure. I don't even know who the Kings head coach is. That's one thing I'm bad at with the NBA is who's coaching what teams. I don't know. I do not know at all.
I remember back in October, like every fucking Sunday, I was always talking about Teddy Bridgewater. I just needed to make sure people knew. Also, because I live around here, Broncos games were always on TV.
What percentage satirical is your Teddy Bridgewater takes?
99% of it is me actually being valid. Because most of it is just like look at this. Like, everyone's going to blame Teddy for the loss today as if the Broncos defense didn't completely fail them. This was in October. Let me find Broncos 2021 schedule so I know what game that was.
I guarantee you that's the game against... I guarantee that might have been their first loss because they went 3-0 to start the year, and that would have put them in October.
Might have been. Let's see if I can find.
Their first loss was a stupid one. I know it was a bad team.
October 21st would have been.
That's definitely not their first loss then, but that's one of their losses. I guarantee it.
Okay, this is the wrong year. So
nice.
That year, maybe that'll help. Nope, it won't. Google won't find me the correct fucking year. Like, can I just find Denver? Like, when I just... Fuck me. Why doesn't this shit work? But, like, before that, it was like, oh, what a throw and catch from Teddy to Sutton and that type of stuff. Mm-hmm. And most of it is just me trying to say, because there are people saying Teddy Bridgewater, like... You actually believed this for a while, or at least played it up that you did. But, like, that Drew Lock is better than Teddy. He's not. Mm-hmm. Teddy is, without a doubt, a starting caliber quarterback in the NFL. That's all my argument has ever been. But, like, because I'm arguing
of getting into the same argument over and over again, so I will not mention Drew Lock. But
well, we also know that's you were just being satirical. Now they're not on the same team. It doesn't matter. Nope. You know, and all offseason, I haven't been saying Teddy's hands down better than Tua, he should be starting. It's no. The Dolphins brought in Teddy because after 5 weeks, if Tua sucks, they have his replacement. They're not just riding it out with Tua and, well, if he sucks, he sucks. No, they brought in a serviceable starting NFL quarterback for if Tua plays horribly, which I don't think is that. Like, it's not a miss. I think I'm pretty.
It's not a miss, but I don't think he's gonna play bad enough.
I honestly do. I think Teddy will be starting by week 8.
I wouldn't bet on it, but it's possible for sure. Yeah.
I'm trying to find that fucking game though. I'm going to Pro Football Reference at this point because it won't. Nothing else wants to work. I want this season. Okay, so October 21st. Oh, when they played against the Browns and let Dearness Johnson go a billion yards. And they lost 17-14.
Yeah.
Like,
yep.
I wasn't wrong. That wasn't on Teddy. Their defense failed. You can't let a rookie who's never played before go for nearly 200 yards on you.
It also was Case Keenum at quarterback, which is even worse.
Right.
Because he threw a touchdown pass.
Right. Like, and let's see if I can find the, like, player stats.
To their fullback, Johnny Stanton. Shout out Miller Football.
Shout out Miller Football. Oh, God, that's the season. Oh, I need to go to the box score for that game. Let's see here. Teddy was 23 of 33 for 187 yards and 2 touchdowns. He did have the one interception that, if I remember right, was his receiver falling down and him just sailing it to their safety. It was either because that happened in one of the games, or it was just one of the Hail Marys at halftime where it's just like, no one cares. You had 3 seconds, you just chuck it towards the end zone. Oh, it was picked. Who cares? I don't think those interceptions should actually count against anything. But yeah,
probably not.
Denver's vaunted defense let Case Keenum go 21 of 33 for 200 yards and a touchdown. He was only sacked one time.
I'm sorry.
They really aren't. Well, they might be now. They've lost so many
They are now,
pieces,
for
and
sure.
people are like I still expect their defense to be good
Yeah,
to a point, but also they lost their defensive coordinator and their defensive head coach, Vic Fangio, and I can't remember his name, but he's the defensive coordinator for the Vikings now. They, I think, were more responsible for that defense than people want to give them credit for.
like Miller's been pushing this narrative, and I kind of agree. I think the Steelers' defense is kind of overrated.
Oh, absolutely. Their secondary is trash outside of Minka.
Minka's their only good secondary piece, and T.J. Watt's their only good pass rushing piece. Cam Hayward's old.
No, but
Like, he's
Cam
old.
Hayward is still putting up fucking
He's good,
numbers,
but
though.
he's like, he's not like young and spry.
No.
Like,
And then their linebackers, it's like, cool, you added Miles Jack.
who
He's not that
I haven't
good.
heard anything about Miles Jack since their playoff run in
Right.
2017,
Like,
in which he was like a veteran on that team.
right.
Now I don't even know how old he is, but yeah.
Yeah. So, like, I don't see it as a big deal. Oh, my God. Looking back at this Broncos, like, Pro Football Reference thing going over every year and, like, who their best passer, rusher, and receiver was. Y'all remember Ronnie Hillman?
No.
Really? Okay. He had like
No.
one good season for Denver. He had backed up like Noshawn Moreno forever. Finally got kind of to start. He started in 10 games, went for almost 1,000 yards, and was like, oh, he's going to be really good. And then he like played one more year.
Mhm.
Yeah. Just another one of those guys that like, oh yeah, he existed. Weird. Brandon Lloyd. Yes. Sorry, sidetracked weirdly. But yeah, my Teddy take is just more of that he's just not that he's a great quarterback. He's a good quarterback that people treat like he's the worst in the NFL, which is so incorrect. I mean, if you're not memeing, there are plenty of teams in the NFL who would love to have him as a starter right now.
Mhm.
The Seahawks, Giants, maybe the Panthers wish they still had him.
I'm a little bit higher on Baker.
No, but I mean, well, up until yesterday, definitely the Panthers.
Yeah.
Do you really think the Panthers
sure.
would rather be paying Teddy $18 million or Sam Darnold $19?
I'd
You think
rather be
you'd
paying
rather-
Sam Darnold
You're
19.
dumb. I hate you. I hate you. I absolutely hate you. Good God, I can't with you right now. I can't.
This is his year, man.
Dude,
to
I
the one.
promise you it's not, because he's the QB3 on their depth
Dude, he's
chart.
only 19, bro. He's only 19.
No, he's only like
It's like
23, and he's only
like-
the worst
he's like
quarterback in football.
He's like Jason Tatum. He's the youngest starting quarterback ever. That
You know
means he's
what's
gonna be
funny
good.
about that? Lamar was like 2 months older. Like, fuck it. Give that title to Lamar. Fuck Sam Darnold.
Pretty sure. I saw some crazy stat about somebody being older than somebody. One of the quarterbacks. I think
Oh.
Joe Burrow's older than Lamar, maybe? It's something crazy like that.
Yeah, like there's a bunch of that though. It's just due to the injuries in college for Joe. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Did he have an injury in college? No. It wasn't
I think he did.
injuries. No, it was that he was a transfer and
Oh,
like
yeah,
never
from Ohio
actually got
State.
playing
Yeah,
time.
yeah, yeah.
He went from Ohio State to LSU. Only ever started his senior year. I think Lamar came out his junior or his sophomore year.
At Louisville, Lamar probably would have been starting his freshman year.
Oh yeah.
No.
He backed up Teddy.
It is
I'm pretty
Louisville,
sure.
though.
Did he? Did
I don't think he's young and old enough to back up Teddy.
he might be? I can't remember.
College stats, let's see. 3 years, so his sophomore year.
And he was drafted in what, 2018?
No. No. He started as a freshman.
Did he?
He
Okay.
got drafted after his junior year, so he played 3 years, freshman, sophomore, junior. Threw for almost 10,000 yards, almost 70 touchdowns. Dang.
Wow. Lamar Jackson and Teddy Bridgewater received keys to the city of Louisville.
Sense. I mean, they don't really have many good
That's
quarterbacks come through there very often.
And let's be honest, I think the thing everybody forgets about with Teddy is the year his knee exploded. He was the Vegas favorite to win MVP. Like, Teddy actually was that guy before he missed 3 years of football. And I think that's where most of it comes from, is just the nostalgia. Teddy was my quarterback. Like, that was what I wanted forever in Minnesota. And I got it for a year before it was ripped away from me.
There was 1 year in between Teddy getting drafted and Lamar starting for Louisville, so there was one quarterback in between them.
Okay. That makes sense.
Teddy also played freshman, sophomore, junior, then got drafted.
Yeah.
For like 50 yards less than Lamar. Had almost identical stats. 50 less yards and 3 less interceptions and 3 more touchdowns. That's crazy. They had like almost identical numbers. It's nuts.
Because Teddy was that dude. Nobody wants to remember it, but Teddy was that dude.
I'm not even like talking like just like comparing them like skill wise. It's just crazy that their yards are so like their stats are so similar in college.
Yeah.
Louisville quarterback, man. Global guys who can stay healthy. Hopefully Lamar keeps staying healthy and doesn't end up like Teddy, but
yeah. I mean, I don't hope injuries for almost anyone.
No. I would never wish an injury upon anyone. Although when I was a kid, and this is a true story, I don't know how old I was, but I once told my dad that I would love it if Tom Brady broke his leg before one of his Super Bowls. I think it was one of the Giants ones. I hated Tom Brady as a kid, and I said some out-of-pocket stuff, apparently, so...
Said some out of pocket. That was out of pocket, my guy.
Yeah.
But that's nuts. Yeah, I don't know. Should we wrap up? Don't you got to leave here soon?
Yeah, I got like 5 minutes.
Right.
Yep.
Well, let's. I think we'll just wrap. I think it's funny. We might not talk about football. We just talked about sports, but like a very different angle of it, which is hilarious.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we'll find a way every time. Yep.
But if you're not, make sure you're following Jake Talk Sports on every social media platform. I think every social media platform.
For one. Yeah. Yep.
His at least for Twitter is right here. So yeah, I don't like cameras. It's like mirrored, so it's like it should be this way. Oh fuck, it's actually this way. Hold on.
Yeah, I got you.
But yeah, I think that will do it for us. You got anything else you want to say to the people?
Other than the fact that Justin Jefferson is not a top 5 receiver, Drew Lock's winning MVP, the usual. But yeah.
No, Drew Lock's wearing the number 2 in Seattle because he's literally shit. He is number 2. So he shouldn't have done that. He's giving me joke fuel. I love it.
I appreciate you, dude.
I thank you for coming on. It's always a blast. It's good talk. Sorry I was a little late today, but
all good.
Yeah, I think that'll do it for us. So thanks for watching.
Good.
We'll catch you in the next one.
There.
Peace.